How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Scarlet's. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest, so we have supplies for winter and enough to seed in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts.
How are things with the infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
But that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things, but a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more. Since we're going to the market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I until recently. That's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments. So they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then, there's not enough money for other things.
Well, well, you learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was a monk who tried to keep pigs in a pond at one time.
Why on earth would he do that?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
Tell me, how is it, being in the service of Sir Radzig?
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scalars. But it's great. For someone like me. I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too, eventually.
I hope so.
Listen, when she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow, in a blue cloak.
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear. Pictures of all kinds. They look like the paintings in church, but moving, glowing with fire and lots of colors and this golden light.
My, that's really something. How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better, don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit. But maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Johanka, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much. I have to pass on the message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything like that?
No, I haven't. But it can't be all that hard, can it?
I couldn't say. But I'm sure you can do it.
Our Lady will guide me. Right, girl. Time to go and spread the word of the Blessed Virgin. Henry, I've no...
Don't worry. People just want to...
Me?
I'm not...
Or nothing. God be with you.
Sucker. That last
Damn words! Something about a city and the demons and the Virgin Mary, but it didn't make much sense to me.
You can always tell when a woman's in...
Indeed. Then the Virgin won't let us be consumed by flames.
Like Skalitz.
Aye.
Should I know? But she sounded like
nonsense.
I hope she...
there are stranger things between
God, here to us.
We ought to give some alms to the poor and the beggars.
That should do for a start. And maybe we should give something to her, too.
Aye. We'll go and see her.
Them foreign devils wouldn't be here at all if the nobles were doing their job.
Table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't know how I could help.
I want him to stop. But he won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do.
Oh. All right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
My word.
Let's...
Yes?
But
Oh, that's what... And now you... We...
be quiet.
Jesus.
Stop.
Mal was you...
That's it, Hen.
Uh...
But I can't go any...
Alright.
Thank you. Take care.
God, what...
Your Hankerson.
She did, but she...
Well, she's up to her...
What now, though?
Well, your Hanker... You won't get anywhere if he lost everything he had.
Oh, God, no.
No, don't worry.
Do you swear?
I swear I'll give back
Very well, then.
Do you think he'll want...
Well, and if he's feeling lucky, he'll lose his...
Alright. Where can I find that?
He's not here now. No doubt you'll find him at... you'd better hurry. Take care.
Yeah.
Well, well, yes.
I heard you were about to leave.
Hi. I have to go and buy... I'm taking 600 gro...
Ah, I see.
True indeed. I hope I can be a help. Good luck to you. Look out.
Let's have a drink.
That's kind of you. Take care now. Good health.
May it serve.
You look like a fella.
Oh, it's safer in the... But we attacked them and smacked...
Might work.
I did.
Well, now.
Bravery it was. Not one of them could match me.
To your incomparable...
I rained a barrage of...
Aye, aye, to your...
But first I had to trap...
Is that so?
So,
That's right.
that's nice.
That's great. And it's packed. But the city elders are...
The devil take that!
My word.
I'm from Scallis.
Oh,
Awful, hardly...
then let's...
Sigismund's horde.
I heard, lad.
But a lot more people... I took an arrow in the leg.
Well done.
And another thing we can drink. That wound still...
Yes.
May those bastards burn...
May they burn in hell.
But there was a band of brigands on the...
So it's true then.
Not to worry. Fortunately, I caught up with those bastards and put a stop to their pillaging.
That's good news indeed. Let's drink to your accomplishment.
It was no easy matter, I can tell you. They were cleverly holed up, but they weren't smart enough for me. Ha! To my wits!
Ha ha! To your wits.
Now, I asked myself,
In the savin? Well, where else can a man find some culture in these parts?
No. I meant more like in the tavern. But why now? Why here?
Why here? Because I was waiting here before Kuttenberg. Something like that. And why? Well, you came and started this... whatever.
But why did I do it? Is there a reason?
The difference is this. Did you come here of your own free will? Or did you have a feeling you had to? Or the world would stop turning?
No, I always have this really weird feeling. Like the whole world is just standing still, watching and waiting what I'll do before doing anything. Nobody as much as lifts a finger until I do.
I used to have the same feeling when I was younger. It passed though.
Oh, but it makes me feel all uneasy and jittery, like some jittery thing. And if I don't do something, then it stays the same. Everything stays the same. Nothing changes.
I know what'll help you, lad. There's nothing to it. It's easy. It's... what was it? Ah, yes! Booze. Let's drink.
I won't drink. I won't be forced. As it is, the world does what it wants with me, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I was... actually, fuck it. It can't get any worse. Let's fucking drink.
Those are the words of a man. Good health. You'll have to prise these dice from my cold, dead hand. I'll stick them dice in your nose and then give you such a punch it'll fly out your ears. 2 sixes again, 2 sixes, and then 2 more sixes. Why can't they fall together? Ever. 3 sixes. Eat 2 sixes again, 2 sixes, and then. The fastest dice thrower in the province. The fastest dice thrower in the province. Two sixes again, 2 sixes, and then 2 more sixes. Why can't they fall together? Ever. I'll have to lie down.
Ambrose, you hound. What got into you yesterday?
Me? Nothing. We drank a bit, all right. Quite a bit. And then I went to sleep.
What? You don't remember? You got as drunk as a lord. Started shouting that you were the greatest dice master in Bohemia and that you'd show everyone. No one had the nerve to tackle you, so you insisted I had to give you a game. But you lost, and then you got really worked up and wanted to save your reputation. We ended up playing until the early hours.
Damn. I don't remember a thing. Did I win?
Oh, you did, a few times. And then you lost everything.
Oh, fuck. Everything?
Everything. The whole 600 groschen you had for buying cloth in Kuttenberg.
Christ in heaven. Oh, God, what am I going to do now? I have to get that money back.
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was the Virgin Mary who sent me to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I mean it. My friend Johanka has been visited in her dreams by Our Lady, and she's been passing her message on to the people about amending their ways and repenting for their sins, like playing games of hazard, for example. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yeah, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear by the Blessed Virgin never to pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry. The money you won from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
I'm glad you've seen the error of your ways, but you're not getting your coin back. That wouldn't be much of a lesson. This way you won't forget in a hurry.
I beg you, please. If I don't buy that cloth, I won't be able to make those clothes for Sir Sebastian. That could finish me as a tailor.
Oh, all right. If it means so much to you, have your coin back. But go to church as soon as you get to Kuttenberg and beg God for forgiveness. And say a prayer for me while you're at it.
I will, Henry, I will. In the finest church in Kuttenberg. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
Well?
Well, we sat down and talked, and in the end I talked him out of playing dice.
Did you? Mother of God, that's wonderful news. How on earth did you do it?
Look here, I'll tell you what happened, but you mustn't breathe a word of it.
All right.
Ambrose got really drunk. I took his money, and in the morning, I told him he'd lost it all at dice. He took it really hard, and he promised he'd never gamble again.
Aha. Well, if you think he really means it. And what about the money? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
Yeah. 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 Good heavens, what's all this? Candles? Pictures? Someone's made quite a shrine here. I can't wait to hear what Johanka thinks of this.
Hail Mary, solace of the tormented and suffering. Holy Mother of our Lord Jesus Christ. My wife Rita, child that will soon give birth. 3 children she already brought.
God be with you, Henry.
Almost lost her own life at the last.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
Well, if you think so.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. Good luck, then. Henry!
My word, Johanka.
So...
I'm I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh yes, clear as day. It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated.
Well, what's so complicated?
Yes, something like that. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy. Any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once... more than once, I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
You're not to blame. These things happen. He's a noble, and he can do whatever he feels like. Took advantage of you.
But it's all over. I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him.
Enough about that. It'll stay between the two of us, but I don't want to hear another word about it.
Very well. Goodbye.
Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Ambrose.
Me?
What? No one had, but you lot. We ended up...
Damn.
Oh, I...
Oh,
Everything.
Christ.
Actually, it was the
What are you...
No. About amending the... You see how easy...
Yeah,
Repent.
you're right.
And give me those
But
Ambrose.
I don't play with... Oh, listen. I've learned my lesson.
I'm glad you've seen...
I beg you, please.
Oh, all right.
I will, Henry, I will.
Bye.
You won't be hurting anyone anymore, as long as you stay there.
Well,
Well, we sat.
did you?
Look here.
All right.
Ambrose got really. He took it really.
Aha. And what about...
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Good heavens. What's all this?
Henry!
I went to see.
Oh,
I think it's.
that's I think
How are things?
you wouldn't believe.
Oh?
She said she decided.
See what you're capable of? I think you're really great.
That's very sweet. If only there were more.
Yes, indeed. I might know of someone.
And how do you?
I happened across her bike. Don't look at me like that.
That sounds. I'm not sure. To give up if she works at the bar.
What basic thing?
No,
You're right.
Henry, please. God be with you. For the love of God.
My word, you hang.
So,
I'm at a loss for words. It sounded almost like flames. I heaved a sigh of relief. It was the best sermon.
oh, what about other people?
I'd say they liked it.
Oh, and do you think it may?
Oh, yes. It was a warning about our.
Yes. Thank you, Henry.
So am I. How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. Sometimes I just hope he doesn't realize.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. Where did all those pretty things?
People have been bringing flowers, a few coins, some food and various bits and pieces. People give whatever they have. Some of them light candles too.
Why are they doing it?
Well, I think it's like some veneration to the Blessed Virgin. And they come seeking advice too, asking about this and that and what they should do. And even worse, they want me to bless them. Someone asked me to bless them before traveling to Benishov. Others asked me to bless women about to give birth, so their children would be healthy and nothing bad would happen. And it seems to me there's more and more coming. I'm at a loss what to do. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? People respect you and believe what you told them. They're showing their support.
I suppose so. But I don't bless anyone, in case you were thinking.
Sure, that really wouldn't be a good idea.
Of course not. What? Do I look like a bishop?
No, and he'd have a fit if he saw something like that. You know, I could get you some post.
Thanks. But there's no point in it.
Oh, I see. I brought you something.
That's sweet of you.
I see things are looking up for you. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore.
Ah,
Well, what's so complicated?
yes. Can we just talk?
What's got into you? What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian, I was completely... He was quite kind, and then he had this...
You're not to blame.
But it's all over. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think Maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
But don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
So ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
Goodbye. For the love of... Take care.
It's hellishly deep here.
Ow! Stop him, someone! Somebody help me! You showed him. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah! Yeah!
What are you looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got an important guest.
That's how you want it, eh?
Ow!
Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Easy. Easy. Have you any idea the shit I can land you in if I have a word with the bailiff?
The bailiff doesn't care about some whore.
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an eyewitness account.
Fucking hell. What do you want from me?
Get out.
Why did you have to get
Fuck.
mixed up in it?
I don't need this shit. But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker. I'll cut your fucking throat for that.
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Henson will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Marush,
The proprietor.
everything will be all right.
All right. You said that about Hinnock when you were looking for him, and he ended up dead.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
Why don't you get married? You're a pretty girl.
Any idea how many husbands I see in here? While they're wives,
You won't avoid black eyes here. What about your last customer?
at least he pays for it.
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
You don't care that you're living in sin.
So? Virtue won't put food on my table.
Man cannot live by bread alone.
I'll wager you've never known real hunger.
Oh, I have. Believe me. But I never sold my soul on account of it.
I wish I had that kind of will. I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then?
I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
God be with you.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot. You're in the wrong place, the wrong time! I'll slaughter you. I'm going to enjoy God damn! Yeah. Fuck! Ah!
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Well, they hacked me up a bit, but I'm still on my feet. That's enough.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
God be with you.
Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
What happened with Johanka?
Some thugs turned up here and made a mess.
Did you see them? How come you didn't stop them?
I didn't see them. I wasn't here.
You weren't at your post? How come?
I had to go for a shit, if you must know.
Oh, that's quite a coincidence.
They must have been waiting until my back was turned, see? Upstart. Take care.
God be with you, Henry.
I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you'd take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Henry. Let me know how it goes, all right? Take care.
Comes to me, I'll pretend to be deaf and dumb.
Johanka's a shameless wretch and a sinner. She's lost her mind and doesn't know what she's saying. God be with you, my good man.
Likewise, pilgrim.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with the custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Don't fuck with me. You leave Johanka alone, or I'll straighten out that crooked face of yours.
Oh dear, oh dear. Looks like someone's a bit too big for their boots.
Come on then. What's the matter? Come on. Kurva. Is that the best you can do? Come here, little liver. Bring it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
Do you think Sir Sebastian von Berg is interested in dealing with some hecklers? It's beneath him.
True. He wouldn't want any coarse language falling on his noble ears. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Kolin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Quite the Madonna is our Johanka. All she's missing is an infant in her arms.
And a blue cloak and a halo? No, no. I believe the Blessed Virgin speaks through me, that's all. Just like Henry's miraculous wit speaks through him. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad people see her that way, but I just try and help her as an ordinary friend who's concerned about her.
A job like any other, is it?
Anyway,
it's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yeah, I've just noticed a few scratches on your face. A merciless battle with a squirrel.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
Your guardian angel must have had his work cut out, keeping you from running into Cuman patrol. Where is this treasure of yours, then? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement, and in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Can you tell me again precisely where...
In the woods by I can't say quite precisely, and my own attempts at recovering it ended as they did. Most of the way you have to go uphill along the stream that flows in. After a while, you come upon a forest trail that joins with the...
Maybe I could go there on horseback.
It's not ideal terrain for horse... Anyway, from there you should follow the trail deeper into the woods. I doubt much has changed there over the years. When you reach a small ruined settlement, you're at the right place. The treasure is hidden in one of the ruined...
Well, couldn't you just donate some other...
It seems peculiar, I admit. But as Johanka said, we are those sinners. That's why it must be this money.
When you were talking about donating...
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hashek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
The Rat House or St. Martin's? No. When you...
As I believe...
When you were talking...
As I said, I believe Bailiff Hashek...
Tell me again about this treasure.
I can't say it. I'll spare you any unnecessary... Many years ago, I was engaged in long... I confess that our...
Oh? How's that?
Well, we sold short measures of cloth, mixed sand with salt, and gave fictitious origin to... We passed off local wines as Italian. It was inevitable that our deceitful dealings would catch up with us. Or rather with me. I am by nature a cautious man, so I let my associates get caught in their own ambush. Upon my return to Colleen, the council there accepted the remainder of the money with gratitude, and since King Wenceslas succeeded to the throne, I have lived an honest life and enjoyed a respected station.
But your deed caught up with you at last.
Just so.